Alright, here's the video review for Transformers Legacy Evolution Core Class Dinobot Sludge. He is a little brachiosaur, brontosaur, diplodocus, whatever you want to call him. Long-necked dinosaur. His tail is a little stubby. A little stubby tail. He does kind of look like he's, if you turn him like that, I hadn't really looked at him like that, he does kind of look like maybe he's a dog getting ready to poop. Anyway, he's got big chunky thighs. He's got funny little tiny front legs, like a T-Rex. He stomps around. He's a lot of fun. I do like him. Simple, but a lot of fun. Here he is with Slug, who is a much larger Triceratops. Maybe he's like Littlefoot. Maybe he's a baby dinosaur at this point in his career. Maybe that's why he needs to combine to get power. I don't know. Anyway, there he is. Not a whole lot. There's no articulation here. He's a chunk. His head doesn't move. I mean, his head does move because it's on a hinge, but that's for transformation. He doesn't really have any articulating bits, whereas Slug at least has some moving legs and an opening mouth a little bit, although it does reveal his robot face. Anyway. Yeah, so there's Sludge. His transformation is a little different in that his legs don't really connect. They're weird. He's got a weird hip plate. This can flip up, but I don't think it's supposed to for dinosaur mode. Certainly not. So basically come back here, split him in half, or open up, actually flip his dino head down. He's got a rotating, his head does swivel, that's nice. Open these up so you can lift this panel up, leave that up, and then you rotate them at the abs, or at the mid-torso really. Go ahead and split his arms out to the side. Go ahead and fold the dinosaur head all the way down. And then the dino legs rotate around and then split. He does have big kind of thigh chunks, and that's actually, if you look, that's actually where the legs are attached. Like, if you flip these out to the side, he's got no legs, but you get the illusion of legs when you fold them in and put them in like that. So he's got these big thigh chunks, which, I know, disappointing. He has no weapon, like Slug had the little tail weapon, but he's got a head swivel. He does have a ball joint at the shoulders, a little bit of articulation there, no wrist swivel. Not really a waist swivel, that really is more of a mid-torso swivel, like just under the rib swivel. And then the hips, these are on ball joints and there's a swivel there, so you can kind of position the legs. It works better than I thought I would have with the hinge here and up here, and then these just kind of floating bits, all told. Yeah, fun little robot. There he is again with Slug, just to give you a comparison. Stand up, dude. Now to turn him into the torso, I'm going to raise his hands up like this, and then fold, rotate the dino legs out, fold them around, and then this little tab is going to lock into this little slot here. Like that. And like that. And then we're going to take, you may have noticed if you watch the Slug review, we're going to take this little tail piece from Slug. It's going to plug right in here into his chest with the kind of angled downwards. It's going to form like a little ab section there. I'll open his arms up like this. And then there's this peg hole, this peg hole, and this peg hole combine with, oh, I got to flip his, close his jaw. So these three pegs, those three peg holes connect together. And then you take Sludge's arms and plug them onto these pegs right here on the upper body. Rotate the, okay, yeah, bring these pieces forward a little bit. There is also a little tiny peg in here that can peg into, once you get them all in place. Actually, I guess you do need you can't fold these legs all the way up. They will block it a little bit. Push that all the way in, and then this will peg into the fist. Doesn't really lock. It's such a small little peg here. But, come on, now why are you not lining up? There we go. And you can fold those up. You can fold that back if you want to connect up here. It doesn't actually latch into anything, but if you just want it not kind of floating disconnected. But anyway, there are the two halves combined into the Volcanicus torso. You can see there's a peg hole here, 5mm peg there, and then peg holes in the bottom of the legs, and that's where people have already been attaching junkie on limbs to get an idea of where he's at. He's probably going to be about yay tall in robot mode. But like I said, I like the transit. I like using these two as a torso instead of using Grimlock as a torso. There will be 4 more limbs, so we'll get another Dinobot. Whether that will be Slash, not Slash. Slash, what I'm thinking of. Anyway, Snarl, Swoop, Grimlock still to come, and then a 6th Dinobot to form another limb. Interesting though, like I said, it's interesting using Grimlock as a limb and not as the torso. But I like it. I like using that so that Slug's head is right here in the chest. I think having that Triceratops in the middle of the chest looks good. Very Predaking-esque, but good. There's talk maybe this becomes a Dino King down the line. I don't know. Would be neat, but then again, all the Transformers would be the dinosaurs instead of. I really would love to get Pretenders, like legit Pretenders again. I'd love to get like a Monstructor that actually has the inner robots that form Monstructor, and then the monstrous creature shells that where it's not just the monstrous creature becomes the robot. But alas, we'll see if that ever happens. I know as prices go up and manufacturing costs go up, it's unlikely, but it's still something I'd like to see. But anyway, there is Core Class Sludge, Core Class Sludge, combined with Slug to form the torso of this new combiner. And haven't seen pictures of any of the rest of them, so I'm hoping those come soon. Because, now granted, this came from Amazon, both of these, well actually the Sludge came from Cybertron.com. Slug came from Amazon very early, and then Sludge had not updated, and Cybertron had some for sale, so I grabbed a Sludge. But Amazon's got them in stock, or they at least did have them in stock now and is shipping out, along with a lot of the stuff that was originally due on March 3rd. I got Leo Prime, a.k.a. Lio Convoy, whatever you want to call him today. Shooting that review next. Some people have gotten Needlenose shipped. I didn't order Needlenose, but I do have Breakdown and Tarn on order, so I'm hearing reports that Tarn's going to be showing up this month, so I'm hoping those all together do show up this month here in January, because I'd like to complete Menasor, and I'd really like to get my hands on that Tarn. But anyway, there are the Core Class Dinobots, the first 2 combined. They're simple, they're basic, they are hollow, they're not, they're not the most solid of Transformers, but they're also Core Class. If these were Voyagers, I'd be complaining a lot more. I think the fun factor on these guys outweighs the simplicity of them, but we'll see. Also, I don't know if I've left that down. I don't know if for combine mode you want to flip that up. It may look better like that once all the pieces are in, but we'll see. Anyway, Core Class Dinobots, nifty, fun. I get it, they're not for everybody. They are very simple, but I like them enough to see where this goes.